hope you're having a good day out there today. Just want to say thanks to all my support on Patreon, and just if you're clicking comments and everything to my channel, it means a lot. And if you haven't subscribed, blah 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 and all that stuff, please do it. It helps me, and if you enjoy my channel, then please do. Anyway, let's get to the point. This lesson today is about playing the right notes when you are jamming or improvising solo. If you've learned the pentatonic scale, if you've had a go at learning the notes and chords, if you're working on your phrasing, if you want to develop your ear, this lesson is for you today. And hopefully by the end of it, you'll have a better understanding of how to improvise and create a good blues solo. And also I'm going to talk after this, after I just demonstrate this, about the theory aspects of it as well. Because a lot of people on here have got different ways of doing it. But I'm going to tell you my approach, and I'm going to tell you other ways which I don't think work and stuff. So, and it'd be good to hear your opinions down below when I've done my little waffle on talking about it. So anyway, everything's available in the description as usual. If you want to get the backing track or the tab for the solo, it's available on my website or Patreon in the links in the description. Anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the solo first. This is the second part of the solo. So on the tab, if you get it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th line down. But this one I'm just going to play now. But I'm going to tell you about the chords I'm playing and everything after, which is what you want to know. And that's why does it sound good? How can you make them notes sound like, you know, I can't do that. And he's playing slow. I'm talking about me. I'm going to be playing slow. Going to be bending slow notes, but it's what I'm doing with them notes which is so important. So anyway, I'm going to play the second part of the solo, and I suggest you learn it and then you want to break it down. That's what I'm going to tell you, how I got to where I got to playing guitar, which is still loads to learn, so I don't know everything. Here we go. That last bit I've done there, that's their little ideas which I'm going to tell you about now. So, who thought that solo worked? I was listening to the band, and that's why this backing track was created. I wanted a slow backing track, so when my students are working out the notes and the chord tones, it's giving you time to do it. So it's not like you're like, oh, it's moving too fast. So, let's break it down, right? And then I'm going to tell you what's happening. It's a 12-bar blues in the key of C minor. Now, we've got the chords C minor, F minor 7, C minor 7, C minor 7, F minor 7, F minor 7, C minor 7, C minor 7, G minor 7, F minor 7, C minor 7, F minor 7, C minor 7, G minor 7. They're the chords in that order being used, yeah, over the bars. Now, I'm in the key of C minor. I'm going to use the C minor pentatonic scale, but the other thing what I'm doing is I'm using the chord tones. And you might be thinking, well, what are chord tones? I don't know what chord tones are. Have you heard of an arpeggio? An arpeggio is the notes of a chord. So when you play a chord, if I play C minor, it's made up of a group of notes, yeah? It's the same notes, C minor 7, sorry. Now, whatever way you play C minor 7, you will be playing the notes C, E flat, G, and B flat, yeah? So when I'm playing over the pentatonic scale, I'm actually thinking sorry, when I'm playing over a C minor 7 chord, I'm thinking I can use the C minor pentatonic scale, but I can also use them chord tones. So for example, if the band's playing C minor 7, if I land on any of them notes, it's going to sound great. And that's what's about that solo I done. The notes I've landed on are going to get you also learning how to play with space in your playing, but also this solo has been designed to bend your notes in places you would never do on that pentatonic scale. So if your fingers just end up doing the same licks, this will get you out of that as well. You'd be like, oh, I didn't think of that. And that opens up other doors. So then when I'm playing over the F minor 7 chord, I'm using the C minor pentatonic, but I'm using the chord tones of F minor 7, which are, so if I keep saying F minor, it's F minor 7, right? It's just F, A flat, C, and E flat, yeah? And then when I'm playing over the G minor 7 chord, I'm still using the C minor pentatonic scale, but also I'm using the notes from the G minor 7 chord, which are G, B flat, D, and F. And at the top of the sheet there, you've got the chord sequence, so you can work that out. And underneath, I throw all the chord tones, so you've got that. And then say the second part is the solo. Now that is basically what I'm doing. I'm going to give you some other ideas now, which you can do with the arpeggio, so you can work on it. But sometimes when I post lessons like this, you get comments, might be from other guitar teachers, saying, oh, they've got to learn, you know, they've got to flatten the third and they've got to do this. Well, when you're starting guitar, right, I know I tried doing it the theory way as well. I just thought, well, I'm reading about it, but I don't know how it sounds. And that was one of the biggest things for me. It's a bit like someone saying explaining to you what a food you've never tasted like tastes like. Until you taste it yourself, it could go on forever. So for me, I relate the sounds to theory. So for example, if I learn a blues song, I'd be thinking, that sounds really cool. Why does that work? And this is the way I do it. I do it back to front. Because what I do is I used to work it out by my ear first. And I think, well, that sounds good. This is like going back years. I think, why does that note sound good? And I'd play it, but back then I wouldn't even know what that note was. So it started off, I had to work out what the notes was on the guitar. And then it would be like, for example, this. He's playing a C minor 7 now, and he's bending up a B flat to a C note. Oh, that's called the root note. So over the C minor 7, and it sounds really good, he's bending up. And I'll show you an example now. So instead of you thinking, what's he talking about? This is the sound, B flat to C, right? You're bending from the flattened 7th to a C, and this is the sound, ready? Just works, don't it? So I was reading it thinking, I don't understand it, but then when I heard it, it made sense. And so you could work on that first, just bending up the note to the notes of the chords. So it might be like, you could bend up from my battery, hold on, leave it open. Hopefully we've got enough time to do it. You could bend up from a C, it's a big bend this, when you get a tone and half bend, a C to an E flat. So you might get some saying, oh, he's bending up a 1 to a flattened third. Don't mean nothing, mate. It means something when I hear it. So look, now I'm going to bend up a 1 to a flattened third, and then I start recognising that sound. So look, here's the 1. All of a sudden, I've got that really haunting, like, bend up, if you want to call it that. And that's bending from a 1 to a flattened third. So as I said, this solo on here, if you analyse the notes, and it's not written out in strict bars, I've written it out over the chords where they change and stuff. So you could work it out. Now, other ideas I've got in here, which I'm going to go through now. is because when you're soloing, you want a group of ideas. And this is when solos can sound boring as well, because what happens is you just play a hammer or a pull-off all the time. So what we're going to do some double stop chords, which sounds really cool. So I'm going to go through a solo once, and then I'm going to do this at the bottom where I think I did it at the beginning of the last one, which is like, well, let's just start with it because I've got a lesson coming soon. I'm running out of time. Here we go. So this is it. It's at the bottom of the page. They're chord tones, they're little chords, I call them. It's just 2-note chords. So they are, and what I've done, I've written them on the bottom here, so you've got them, I've mixed up. You can see it's got the chord of C minor 7, and then you've got the shapes, what you can use. And you can play around them, putting them underneath. That's number 3 on the paper. So at the top, you've got the chord sequence, you can see it. Then I've wrote out the chord tones. Now, this one is an arpeggio idea. So I'm going to show you this, and you can practice this playing over the right changes. So this is quite hard because what you got to do, you got to play the notes of the chord and then bend, and then when it changes chord, then you got to do the arpeggio for that. But it's all on there. So I'll show you what I mean by this. Ready? C minor, F. Back to C minor. Better now. I changed too early on the first time. Back to C minor. Come back the other way, look. G minor. There I just improvised. Now, when I've done that the first time, over the F minor, I went too early. And them notes sounded off to me. As your ear develops, you can hear things that not normal people, but as you develop as a guitarist, like a chef, you get better at cooking, whatever, you can hear things. So I changed too early that first time, and I was like, oh, Glenn, what did you do that for? So if you wind it back, you will hear it. It didn't sound bad, but it didn't sound how it should. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just do a solo, but what I'm going to be doing is following the chord pattern at the top, landing on the notes from the chords. So the pentatonic scale works over it, and that's what happens. We learn the pentatonic scale, and it's like safe. You can play over a chord progression, and it sounds good, but then when you hear guitarists doing in magic notes, this is what you want. So it's available down below in the description if you're still watching on my Patreon or on my website. So now I'm going to jam and land on them right notes. So this is it. No pressure, Glenn. So this is an improvised solo here I'm just doing. So this is it. And notes in F and C, look. C minor. So I haven't moved off them notes. if you like it, the backing track's available down below and the tab sheet. That's it really. And the only way to get better at it is just keep going over it until you can do it. It's not easy. People think it's easy, but it really isn't as easy as you think. Might be easy to play the notes technically, but landing them notes in the right place, doing a blues solo, takes time. And you got to enjoy putting that time in. You know, there's some great solos out there. If you look at, say, Hotel California, I think I've said this before, that's a worked out solo, right? It's brilliant, but it's been crafted like a piece of art. When you're improvising, it's about developing the brain up there. So when you're playing over something, you've got to be reacting in real time as it's happening. I try and do it with my jazz stuff, and then my brain gets fried, and then I have to give up for a bit, come back to it, give up for it, give up again, come back to it. So if you stick at it, right, it will happen. But you know, the reality is it takes time, but you got to enjoy that time you put in. I never get frustrated when I'm practicing. I just think I treat it like a game. It's like, I don't play computer games, don't read books really. I like cooking, but for me, guitar has always been a challenge, and I love finding something that's like, what's that called? Or how's he doing that? And that's what's made me keep going with it. Because as soon as you start playing the same stuff over and over and over again, use another food analogy, it's a bit like, I love steak and chips, like it medium rare, like it red. If I had it every night, yeah, I wouldn't moan, but I'd get sick of it. Do you know what I mean? I'd be like, don't want this. And music's no different. If you just play the same few things, all of a sudden it's not exciting after a long time. So always finding something new on the guitar will make you appreciate it, and you won't get bored with it, and it'll always be your friend. Anyway, that's me. I've got to go now because I've got a lesson in literally 2 minutes. So once again, thanks to all the people who signed to my Patreon and people who watch my YouTube channel. It means a lot. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's basically my page where I put weekly lessons up, 1 to 2 lessons a week for the price of a cup of coffee. And so if you fancy getting on board and making it work for you and for me, would be much appreciated. Right, see you later and take care, and enjoy it. See you later.